Hey, what's going on? It's Big Guns and Pistols. I'm back with another one. Now, I haven't posted a video in about 2 months. Really, it's because I have another YouTube channel, which is my production and filmmaking YouTube channel. I put a lot of time and I put a lot of effort into that channel. I just created another YouTube channel called Hicks Uncensored TV. That's the name, at least for right now. And on that channel, I'm going to be taking many different topics and I'm going to be talking about them. And I'm going to be really giving insight, giving a different view, just a different perspective of certain things that are taking place. Because one thing that I see is that a lot of people, they're not knowledgeable and they're trying to talk and give their opinion, their uneducated opinion on subjects that they should be keeping their mouth closed on. And it really takes for someone like myself to really give an educated, well thought out, knowledgeable opinion on something. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I post that screenshot on the screen for many of you to go and subscribe to. This is a message to my subscribers. I want you guys who really like what I do and you like what I show and you like what I talk about, go subscribe to that channel. It currently has 0 subscribers. It's brand new, it's fresh. But I want you guys to subscribe there for when I do start to post videos on that channel. Because I want to get to the point, I've been saying this for a while, but I want to get to the point where I can consistently create a schedule. Because there's so many things that I see that I just really want to talk about and break down and discuss, but I just don't do it. Because really what society needs more men. And I use that term very loosely. You got a lot of feminine punks out here. You got a lot of guys with this feminine outlook on things. You got a lot of, when you look at YouTube or you look at the media, everything is being censored. Everybody's feelings is getting hurt so easily. But aside from that, I want you guys to take a look at this video that I'm about to show you that I just want to say a few things about. I'm going to start it.
Tanya and Terrell, apparently they are boxing people in. Detectives are working to track down the suspects. In one case, a woman
They're boxing people in.
Robbed. The first incident
beaten and robbed
after 11 o'clock last night in the 4400 block of North Lincoln Avenue. Police say a black and silver sedan approached.
One thing I'll say too is the crime here in Chicago is just completely off the chart. The mayor don't know what the hell to do. That's just the truth about it. These people don't know what to do, or they do know what to do, but they can't do it because of this whole atmosphere of, well, I can't do this because I don't want to offend the public. So a lot of the things that really should be done, they're not doing for fear of, they don't want to offend the public. All of these armed robberies, all of these people getting shot, all of these people getting carjacked. You heard her say at the beginning of the video, they're boxing people in. Why don't they, why don't you tell people, or at least say some things that really need to be said? For example, how about we start encouraging law-abiding citizens to carry firearms, to get a little training, to start taking self-defense more serious. They'll never talk like that on the media. They'll never talk like that on the news. These people are getting, innocent people are getting killed, murdered, their car stolen, and robbed every damn day just within the city of Chicago.
Approached a man who was driving his car and then boxed him in. 4 to 6 people exited with handguns and forced the man out of his car.
4 to 6 people jumped out with their gun. See, I'm gonna tell you, now it's easy for someone to say what they would do in a situation that they've never been in. But I can tell you with certainty, first off, when I'm driving, my firearm is already ready to go in like a split second. So if I'm driving and somebody in front of me stops and they start jumping out, I'm gonna start shooting through the windshield. It's just that simple. I'm going to try and attempt to save my own damn life. I don't want to wait to see what they're gonna do to me. Because a lot of times these robberies is not just a robbery. It's a robbery and a murder. I don't want to be at their mercy. You'd be surprised at how they start scattering when you start shooting at them. But fuck shooting at them, shoot them. Make sure you hit them. You just start firing and trying to reverse at the same damn time. Now they're boxed in, so they said a car might be behind them. This is where you gotta get into this defensive state of mind. That's why I always teach my lady, if you're ever at a red light, stop. Don't ever get up too close to a car. When I'm driving, I'm never close and behind the car. I always make sure there's some type of space for me to get out. Pay attention. And I've been doing this for so long that it's second nature to me to pay attention to what's going on behind me. Who's driving behind me? Has this car been behind me too long? It's almost second nature, and I just keep practicing on a daily to get better. Let's check this out, man, because a lot of this shit that's going on in society where you got the government and certain elements of the government wanting to disarm the people. They don't want to do nothing about crime. People who, look at San Francisco. San Francisco is off the chart. They just walking out in broad daylight, breaking in people's cars, taking their shit. Why can't there be, and you know what? This question is not rhetorical. And I would like for somebody in the comments section to answer this for me. Why can't there be a law to where, and I'm sure I got an idea why, but there should be a law to where you can use deadly force to protect property. There should be a law like that, to where you can use deadly force within reason to protect property. So if somebody's trying to carjack you, if somebody, is on your land or on your property and they're trying to steal, you should be able to use deadly force within reason to keep them from doing such. But see, these people know that there's nothing you can do. And then in certain cities, police can't pursue. Okay, so now you got people just getting the fuck out of hand. And I've always said, you can go back to some of my older videos. I told y'all guys that don't ever depend on the police. Now they could be a helping tool. Don't ever depend on the police. When a crime is taking place, they're not going to be there. It's going to be up to you to figure out how you gonna save your behind. When somebody's trying to hurt you, harm you, or kill you, or do any injustice to you, it's up to you to be prepared for that, or somewhat prepared for that. A lot of this starts in the mind. This starts at the mind. A lot of people put themselves into danger unknowingly foolish way of thinking. Let's continue on with this video. Otherwise, I'll be talking all damn day.
Two of the gunmen then got into the victim's car and took off. The victim wasn't hurt. Then, about 20 minutes later, at around 11:30, another similar incident unfolded in the 900 block of West Grace in the late.
It's like they just picking people off. They're just picking people off. They're just getting in the car together. Who we gonna rob today? Who we gonna carjack today? Boom, there's a target. They look weak. Let's get them. That's another thing too. And I believe that there's a study on this as well. No, there is a study on this. There's a study that when you have crimes taking place, the criminal, they basically can look at someone and tell that that's an easy target. They can look at someone based on how they're conducting themselves, how they're walking, how they look, how they appear, and decide whether that's someone that they're going to rob or not. I forget the name of that show or where I seen that or what it was, but yeah, you're less likely to be preyed upon if you just have that. There's something about your persona that says, don't fuck with me. There's something about the way you walk and the way you carry yourself and the way you talk that says, don't fuck with me. Because if you do, there's consequences for that. There's consequences for that. You're not just gonna be able to push me around. And one thing I'll say this is this too. You got people out, you got guys out here, you're scared of other men, which is something, even as a teenager, I remember being 16, 17, 18 years, I didn't get that. Why are you scared of someone who you can kill? Why are you scared of someone who will bleed like you? These are not immortal people. I've seen guys out here talking this tough shit like, dude, you're talking as if you can't be killed. You're talking as if you're the only tough person out here, regardless of your size. Let's continue on with this video, because that's a topic for a whole nother video.
A 29-year-old man was driving when he got boxed in by two cars. Several people confronted him at gunpoint, then took his vehicle. The victim was not hurt. And in the third incident...
See, that's this whole thing, they boxing people in. Now, being totally honest, I'm the type, I might start shooting first. If I see anything out of the ordinary, somebody stop their car in front of mine, another car is behind mine. See, a lot of times what happens is people know in their gut something's wrong. Something is not right. Something bad is about to happen, but they ignore it. That's true. They will ignore it. They will pretty much psych themselves and, oh, maybe that ain't so. No, it is so. You're about to get your ass robbed. You probably about to get carjacked. You about to get your ass killed, maybe. Don't ignore your gut feeling.
It took place about 8 minutes later in the 3500 block of North Clark Street near Wrigley Field. Police say a 25-year-old woman was parking her car when she was boxed in by two cars. She was forced to get out by multiple people with guns who took her vehicle. Police say a female passenger was beaten and robbed. But
beaten and robbed. Now, I'll say this, because this video going on 15 minutes. Through the grace of God, I've never been beaten. I've never been stabbed. I've never been shot. I've never been shot at. I've never been jumped. The fights that I've had, I've won. I've never really even been punched in the face. However, I will say this. I was working at a place, and the place that I worked at, and I'm gonna keep things transparent. I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm just I'm untouchable because I'm so not. But I was working at a place with people who have mental illnesses. And one of those patients at my job punched me in my face when I wasn't looking. He punched me in the face just out the fucking blue. That's the only time I've ever been punched in the damn face, square in the face like that. But other than that, in a fight in the streets, first off, I never really get in many fights growing up. I've gotten some, and I've always been the one to strike first. Fuck that waiting to see if they're gonna hit you first or let them hit you first. If someone's aggressive and they're talking aggressive to me and they get close to me, I am going to strike. They better talk that shit from 15, 20 feet away. Because if they're close to me and reaching distance, I am going to strike. That is my track record. I've always done that. Since middle school. Man. You know what, guys? I'm gonna wrap this video up, but one thing I'm gonna learn how to do going further is the way that I have this screen here and I'm recording from the camera to the screen, I want to figure out a way to get the actual video on the screen and my face up as well from my other YouTube channel. Because there's so many things, like I said in the beginning of this video, that I want to discuss and talk about. Not just about self-defense and guns and all of that. That shit cool. But there's some other things that I want to talk about. Even like relationship things, like these damn women. You know, not just the women, but these goofy ass, weak ass males. I hate to call them men because they're not. This is Big Guns and Pistols. Listen, I'm gonna post the link in the description to my other YouTube channel. It's Hicks Uncensored TV. Big Guns and Pistols. Peace.